everyone, thank you so much for watching. So in today's video I thought I would do something a little bit different, and what I'm gonna do is explain to you my story with acne, because a lot of people have acne. I've had it. I'm sure from the thumbnail you can see how severe my acne was, and I'm gonna tell you what I did to get rid of it and my tips to maintaining a clear skin, and just some daily habits you should do if you want to keep a clean and clear skin. So yeah, throughout the video I'm gonna tell you which products I use to keep my skin from not breaking out. So it's also gonna be like a skincare video. So yeah, if you want to know how I went from looking like this to looking like I do now, then please keep on watching. So before we start, I'm gonna tell you a little bit of how my skin was. I used to have, as a teenager, very greasy skin, which I really didn't mind at all, because if you're wearing makeup you would just put some powder on it. So having greasy skin was never an issue for me, and I would get some pimples from time to time, but my skin was very surprisingly clear. I know I remember seeing people with very severe acne in my school, but I was never one of them. I had the occasional breakout, I'm guessing for hormonal reasons, but I never had anything too serious until I was 17. So the summer I finished high school, I started getting more and more breakouts, and at first I didn't care, because I was like, okay, whatever, I'm sure this is gonna go away, but it didn't. So, and after 2 months of dealing with acne, I decided to go and see my first dermatologist, and he immediately suggested I should try accutane, and I was like, I prefer not to take accutane, because whatever, I had heard some terrible things about that medication. If you don't know what accutane is, it's basically the medication you take if you have a lot of acne. So I said no, I don't really want to go on accutane, and then he said okay, and he gave me a cream, and I started applying that cream. So what the cream did was dry out all my pimples, but it left a lot of red spots on my face, so I was still not looking completely clear. But I was like, whatever, a few spots on my face, I don't care, and I carried on with my life, and I would still get pimples, but it wasn't as bad. So I was like, whatever, I'll just have a few pimples, that's just how my skin is. So yeah, month passed, and the next summer my skin looked worse than ever before. I remember I would get new pimples every single day. Every morning I would wake up and there would be a new one, and they were just not going away. And I was like, okay, this is a little bit too intense. So I decided to go back to the dermatologist, but this time I decided to try out with a new doctor, because I wasn't really happy with the first dermatologist. So I went to see a new one, and this was the dermatologist that really helped me so much. So I went to see this new dermatologist, and he looked at my skin and he was, well, I think you should try acne medication. And I was like, can we just start with the cream first, because you know I didn't want to go on that medication. So he was like, whatever, okay, and he gave me a cream. So I started using this new cream, and this time the cream did absolutely nothing to my skin. Not like the other one that dried out some of the pimples and my skin started to look semi-good. No, this cream did nothing. And a month later I went back to see the dermatologist, and he was like, look, the cream did absolutely nothing. I really suggest you should try acne medication. And I was like, I'm not really sure. I've heard some scary things about that medication, that it can be very intense and it can have side effects. Like, I'm super paranoid with medication. So he was like, look, you don't need to worry. What I will be giving you isn't accutane. It's still accutane. Well, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but it's like a lighter version of accutane, in the sense that it isn't as harming to your body as accutane. This one is called dercutane, and at the end he kind of convinced me, and I was like, okay, well, let's try this. So yeah, before you start taking acne medication, you first have to get like a blood test to see if everything in your body is fine, and everything was fine, so I started taking those pills. So I started taking these pills, and I was honestly so impressed, because within 1 month it cleared my skin up completely. There was not a single pimple on my face after like 1 month. Until like 1 or 2 months after, I was still getting the occasional breakout from your period and stuff like that, but after like 3 months I didn't get a single pimple again. I sometimes do get like little bumps, little red bumps on my skin. For example, today I woke up and I had this one right here, and I did have one on my cheek the other day, but like I haven't had like a pimple since then, which seems so crazy to me, because I remember how my skin was back in the day, and it's been such a crazy change. So back to the story, I had no more breakouts, but my skin was still covered in red marks. I had red spots all over my face, which were the marks of where the pimple had been, and it still looked bad. I'm gonna tell you my side effects and how I was feeling while I was taking those pills. Nothing bad happened to me. I can just talk about my experience, but to me nothing bad happened from taking those pills. A lot of people say it dries out your skin, and that is true. It does dry out your skin a lot, and your lips as well. I remember I would have to apply lip balm like every 15 minutes because they would just peel off. And if you wanted to apply like liquid lipstick or a matte lipstick, forget about it. What I would do to apply lipstick is just apply my normal matte lipstick and go on top with my lip balm to make it look glossy, because otherwise it would just look flaky and gross. So that's one thing, and my skin was really dry, but I really took care of it, and I used moisturizer every single day and night. I'm gonna show you the one I was using. This is the La Roche-Posay Effaclar H. I love this moisturizer. Even though I'm not taking that medication anymore, I still use this moisturizer because it's just so good. If you're using matte foundations, then I would like stay away from them, because even when you're wearing a moisturizer, they still can look a little bit patchy, like on the forehead or on the cheeks. So that's one thing. Another thing that used to happen to me, and this was very weird, it made my face very sensible, because I'm very shy, I'm very socially awkward. So this was just not a very pleasant thing to me. What would happen to me is whenever I had to speak in class or something like this, my face would just get so red. And this was one thing that never happened to me, because I would always like feel embarrassed and feel shy, but my skin would never show that. And when I was taking that medication, my skin would just get so sensible that it was just like speaking in class, and my skin would just get so red, and everybody would notice it. So that's one thing. It also was very sensible in the sense of when you're out in the sun. Every time I would go out in the sun, even if I was wearing sunscreen, I would still get like very red skin. One important thing I want to tell you about, and this is something my doctor didn't warn me about, but I had made my research before taking that medication, so I knew I had to do this, and that is to apply sunscreen every single day. This is the one I use. This is from the same brand of the moisturizer. This is the La Roche-Posay ultralight Anthelios XL sunscreen. And please don't skip on sunscreen when you're on acne medication, and even if you're not, I still apply sunscreen every single day because it really makes a difference in your skin. Take it from me, I sometimes was lazy and forgot to apply sunscreen. It started giving me a lot of freckles. I'm gonna show you something. So I don't know if you can see all these freckles that I have right here. This is because I used to have a breakout in this area and I went in the sun without having sunscreen on me. And from being so sensible to the sun, I started getting freckles in the same areas where I had breakouts. I know this isn't a terrible side effect, this is just one of the things that happened to me, and I felt great, I felt normal throughout the whole thing. It didn't give me any kind of pain or anything like that. I was perfectly fine. Yeah, now I'm gonna show you a picture somewhere here of how my skin looked when I stopped using the acne medication, which was I took that medication for about 7 months. You usually take them for 6 to 8 months, and of course I had some really red marks on my skin, especially in the cheek area and in the nose area. And for those red marks that I had on my face, he recommended a cream to me, and this cream was honestly amazing. He gave me this cream. This is the SVR Sabia Clear Cica Peel. I'm gonna link all the products I'm mentioning down below, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. So he recommended this cream to me, and he told me that this cream would make my red spots go away, and but he told me I had to be very, very patient because this was a slow process. So I was okay, and I started applying this cream, and with time I mean a few months later, maybe 4 to 6 months later, I finally started seeing that my spots were much less noticeable. And the reason I love this cream so much, apart from it getting rid of all my spots, this also takes care of your pimples, because as I told you earlier, I sometimes do get some little bumps, and I apply this at night, and in the morning it's basically gone. So yeah, this product basically does everything while being gentle on the skin. This product hasn't given me any issues, although I have to say, if you're using this product, even if you're just applying it at night, you still have to go in and apply SPF. If you're not applying sunscreen every single day, your skin will get irritated. And I can tell you what happened to me yesterday. Yesterday I went to the pool to get some sun, and I was reading, and I forgot to apply my sunscreen. And last night as I was washing my face, I noticed how this part of my face where I have some leftover red spots were so red and irritated, and I was like, oh shit. So yeah, if you're using creams like this, and by creams like this I mean creams that have ingredients like salicylic acid or gluconolactone, be careful, use your sunscreen daily, please, and just avoid the sun in general. I mean, I'm not saying don't go out of your house, but don't stay up too much in the sun. I know this is hard because we have to get out of our houses, but yeah. So now it's almost been a year later since I stopped taking acne medication, and you know, as you can see, my skin is looking great. I'm really so grateful for how my skin looks now, because I remember how it was back then, and I'm just so happy with how it is right now. Who knows, maybe tomorrow I wake up and I have acne again. Hopefully that doesn't happen. So now I'm just gonna give you some of my tips on how to keep a clear skin and how to take care of your skin and prevent it from getting breakouts and stuff like that. So first thing is use non-comedogenic products. So if you don't know what non-comedogenic products are, they're basically products that don't have ingredients that will break you out. How to tell if your product is non-comedogenic or not? It usually says it in the back of the tube. This applies to your skincare but also to your makeup, so to your foundation. So keep an eye out for that. Another thing you should be looking out for is if your products have perfume in it. This means the product has some kind of a smell. Brands usually put perfume in their products to make them smell good, but this isn't actually the best idea because perfume can be very irritating to the skin, so this can be one of the reasons you may be breaking out. This usually is also written down in the bottle. It just says no perfume or something like that. So I would just say to have like a very simple skincare. I don't really think you need all different kinds of products on your face. I'm gonna tell you right now all the products that I use. I'm actually a little bit scared of trying newer products for my skin in case they make me break out or something. I just stick with the same products because I know that they work for me. So I would just say stick to a few products and don't switch it up too often. I know there's people that finish a tube of like moisturizer and then try a different one. If you're not happy with that moisturizer, that is fine, but I wouldn't recommend always switching up your products because your skin is never gonna get used to anything. So I use two moisturizers. I use this one, the Everclear H from La Roche-Posay that I showed you earlier, in the nighttime, and for the daytime I use their light hydrating cream with SPF 20. So I use this during the day if I'm not in the sun for too much. If I am gonna be out in the sun for like hours, I will use this, and then the La Roche-Posay ultralight sunscreen on top. And for my eyes, I just use the Kiehl eye treatment with avocado. I use this on my eyes mornings and nights. So yeah, I really recommend all of those products because they're the ones that work for me, and maybe they would also work for you. By the way, I forgot to mention a product, and that is my cleanser. I use the Body Shop Chamomile Silky Cleansing Oil. This also takes your makeup off, so I only use this at night. I don't really feel the need to wash my face with a cleanser in the morning because I haven't put anything on my skin, and I don't really feel the need to wash your face so many times. Another tip is to always take your makeup off. I know that if you're coming home late and you're very lazy, it's really frustrating to have to get up and take your makeup off, but I promise you, if you do this, your skin will thank you so much, because it's the worst to have sturdy makeup sitting on your skin for like more than 15 hours or so. So always take your makeup off. It's worth it. Another thing that has to do with sleeping is your pillowcase. I change my pillowcase once every week. I never sleep too much with the same pillow because you're just putting your face 8 hours a day on your pillow, and of course there can be bacteria on it, so I always change my pillowcases once a week, and I think that will really make a difference in keeping a clear skin. Another thing I really suggest you not doing is touching your face. I'm right now failing at this because my face is kind of itching right here, but really try not to touch your face too much. And if you have to do, like for example for applying makeup, always make sure to wash your hands before applying makeup, because you've been touching things like your phone, which is very dirty, and so much more. And then if you're touching your face, you're just spreading all that bacteria on your face, which will lead to pimples and breakouts. And also take care of the things you are putting on your face, for example brushes. I clean mine once a week, and I try to clean my beauty blender every time I use it. And another thing, be careful with what you're drying your face with, and by that I mean towels. I bought some little towels that I use just for my face. I only use that for my face, and it's made out of a softer material, so it won't really irritate your skin as much. And also another tip, I don't rub my face with the towel to dry it, I just pat it. You can also be aggressive with your skin if you're just rubbing it on your skin. Of course, I could tell you things like drink lots of water, eat healthy or exercise. I don't really exercise that much, so I can't really tell you much about that. And food wise, I eat absolutely everything, but it is true that most of the things I eat are healthy, so I don't really think you have to be as strict with food when it comes to your skin. Just be sure that the majority of what you're eating is healthy. So yeah guys, I don't know for how long I've been talking. It's been about 2 hours, so let's see how long this video gets. I hope I could help you in some way and that you learned something new. I hope that you can apply some of these tips and hopefully they will help you with your skin. And remember, if you're struggling with acne, basically everyone, well not everyone, but a lot of people struggle with acne, and it's not something you should be ashamed of or something you should feel pressured to cover up. I remember when I had really severe acne, I was like, I don't really want to go out, but it's just acne, it's just your skin reacting to you growing up, I guess. It's just skin, you know, and acne does not last forever. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, then be sure to let me know. I would love to know your feedback. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.